What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the Philly Frenzy podcast. I'm your host, Matt, as always. I'm here with my buddy Rob. What's going on, Rob?
Hold on, bud.
And as everyone knows, it's Thursday, so we're going to be talking some 2K Pro Am. I'm here with my new buddy, Tay. What's going on, Tay?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
And then we have a special guest today. A lot of you guys in the 2K community know him as Zero Dark Jelly, but it's definitely Jellyfam. Um, before I say anything with Jelly, Jell, happy birthday. You're
Oh,
like
thank you, thank you, thank you.
you're like 70 years old now.
Happy
So
birthday,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm pretty old.
Ouch.
I'm an old head in the community.
um so today is going to be a lot of just talking about ENG and what Jelly's done in the community as part owner of ENG and what he's done actually playing. Um so I'm just going to let Tay get right into it.
Yes, sir. Let's get started, man. What's going on, Jelly?
What's going on, Tay?
Man, I can't call it, man. I got a funny question. Matter of fact, before I even ask you all these questions, man, you said you're an old head, bro. What age does old head status start in the 2K community, bro?
I think you know, me personally, like you got a lot of the young bucks that they're like what range from like you got Benzo who's like what 16 or something, and then they range up to like young kids probably to like 21, 20, and then like I feel like after like the 23 mark, they start marking you as like an old head, and I'm way above that. So
Me too, man. I'm definitely great grandpa at this point, bro. but, but we'll go ahead and get into the questions, man. Just crazy because Jellyfam, bro. Before I really got into 2K, like as far as the
yeah,
pro am side, I've
yeah,
always played park and everything. But when I started getting a pro am, I'm not going to lie to you, bro. I've heard of Jellyfam before. I'm not even going
yeah,
to front. I didn't know who he was until I started talking to Matt, and he told me on an interview when I interviewed him briefly that Jelly Fam and Green Honcho, I think was the other guy. He said he met you two guys and
yeah.
he took off from there. So I'll ask you, man, your personal 2K resume, man. Run it down to us, man. Where did it begin for you as far as 2K, man, as far as pro am goes?
I mean, I've been in the 2K community for a while. I mean, like ever since like the Jordan Rec days where they held the leagues and everything like that. I wasn't really big back then. I didn't really play that much, you know. Like I would just play with friends and real life people and stuff like that. And I started getting to leagues a little while after. Uh, kind of took off. You know, I've been to Elite Eights at WR. I've been to finals of draft leagues. I've won the first WR Select Draft League. Um, I don't know. There used to be what URBA. I won that. Went to another finals in that. I mean, I've been all over the place. Right now, I'm just kind of taking it low key. Just playing with Huncho and his team right now. You know, we're just trying to get a group of guys that want to stick together. Just grind it out and just just kind of not leisurely play. We want to compete, but I mean, if we don't win, we don't win. I'm more about helping people in the community now. Everyone that wants to join ENG, and even if they don't, if they got questions, stuff like that, and they want to be put in the right direction, then that's what I'm here to do right now. But I mean, I got a resume in 2K, not a big one, but
Gotcha. Well, I'll tell you, man, you definitely sound really humble, bro. And I would say, man, as far as ENG, you say anyone who wants to join ENG, ENG, man, is it a clan or what exactly is ENG specifically?
no, we're actually an organization. We're kind of like if you want to put us in categories, like eyeball, actually top five if you want to consider them an org. I don't really think they're a clan. I think they're more of an org.
Okay.
But we're actually a licensed LLC, so we're actually legit. We just we do the gaming community a lot, but we branch out to other things as well. Green Huncho has started branching out to other things. I've started branching out to other things. It's basically just we bring on guys. We look at guys in the gaming community that really want to take off in the 2K league or just get content out there. So it's more of an org than a clan. Like it's like I feel like clans are more of like a Twitter thing and how many followers you can get, how many friends you can have, and they just I don't know what kind of direction clans go in because I've been in clans,
Mhm.
and I feel like it's more of the younger group, and we're trying to get more guys that are in the mature mindset level that want to take, just not gaming stuff to the next level, but also just like actual life, avenues or life experiences. They want to branch out to something, professionally, in their lives that can really, put them above the rest. So that's what we try to do.
Gotcha, man. So would you say ANG is more of a business?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're not even a business. I mean,
Yeah.
we do have the business side, but we're it's kind of like a, I don't know, like pay it forward kind of thing. Like we don't like when people we look at people and we don't take people that go on, like people go on our DMs. Okay, they'll say, oh, can I join ENG? Right.
Hmm.
A lot of people will do that. It's we're not in that mindset. If you're out there, you're doing your thing, you're earning it. That's where the phrase "earn not given" comes from. If you're earning people's respect, you're earning the eyes on you. Then we'll reach out to you. We're not you can't reach out to us because it's not like that. We're not a clan. We're not gonna be like, hey, today guys on Twitter, we're gonna go out and add a few people who wants to be in our organization. It's not like that. Like I've done that in the past.
Hmm.
Um, but we're trying to get to a different avenue where we want to be really if you want to say discreet, we want to be very, if you want to call it picky on who is in our organization, because there's a lot of downfall when you just start adding just random people in there, because it can just really pull apart things from the inside out.
For sure, man. I mean, you definitely want the right people repping your organization and everything, bro. So as far as ENG, then, man, how did it actually start, man? Like which 2K or like what time frame did it start and how did it come together?
Oh, it's been about 3.5 years now. Huncho and Low Key actually, people probably don't even know, Low Key ENG. He was one of the founders too. He's kind of stepped away for a little bit, but he's actually doing good because Huncho talked to him today. But they started something off. They reached out to me and see want to be part of it, kind of thing. And about 3 years ago, we just kind of took off, and we just really started getting on the grind of trying to build up our organization and our brand from literally, if you want to say, out of the mud, because we legit did it out of the mud. Blood, sweat, tears, our own money out of our own pockets. That's how stuff's supposed to start off. You don't ask nothing from nobody. You got to earn it. You know what I mean? You got to do your own thing, and I just feel like we did it in the right way. So, I mean, yeah, we just basically brought it out of the mud.
Right on, man. I'll say off a note, bro. Like Earn Not Given is probably one of my favorite names for a gaming organization. That's pretty dope, bro. But also, man, as far as I heard you say that you guys get into different things. So like as far as your current activities
Yep.
that you guys are in right now, man, what exactly are you guys active in right now within the gaming community?
The gaming community right now, I mean, we're mostly we're right now we're primarily focusing on 2K. We're gonna start building up our Call of Duty side, but we're just looking for the right guys with the right mindset that actually want to compete in Call of Duty. Um, so mostly, primarily right now, we're focused on 2K because that's what seems like a lot of the guys are really pushing towards, and especially since every year we've basically been an organization. We've had guys go into the league, get drafted, or get redrafted,
Mhm.
retained, if you want to call it, from our organization. And I want to give a big shout out to those guys too that actually helped, you know, skyrocket our brand too. Like Ramo, we had Doza, we had Savage Do Work, we had Shifty in here, we had just to name a few. We had a bunch of guys. We had Bear the Beast playing for us at one time, and they really helped us out. You know what I mean? It's just
Nice.
something right now that we're focused on is 2K, because around this time it's draft time, and these guys want to get their content out. They want to get noticed. These guys have really grinded out the years on 2K, and they want to make it to the next level, and that's what we're here for, to help them out.
Right on, man. So just a couple more questions from me, man. As far as the pro am community in general, bro, because like I'm on Twitter all the time, right?
Yeah.
And I'm steady on the timeline, bro, seeing new leagues, new pro am leagues and
Right.
new things to get into, wagers and different things are going on. I mean, the timeline
Yeah.
is filled of it. It seems like so many people are hyped right now within the pro am community, and like I feel like it's grown so much, bro. So maybe can you give your thoughts on just the pro am community in general, especially since you've been in it kind of since the beginning or early times, you like as far as like the growth of it, man, and what you think of it now.
I mean, the growth is absolutely amazing. I mean, there's still hiccups within the community, you know. I mean, hiccups as in like, you know, it's still a little, if you want to say how the young kids say it, toxic on some levels. Like you said with the leagues, there's a lot of pop-up leagues here and there. I mean, it's great to join these leagues, but I feel like, you know, a lot of the leagues that pop up, they're trying to. I keep it, you know, 100% whenever I talk. It's a lot of money grabs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's you gotta, you know, if you really want to get your name out there and how the community is like going into the next direction of really, you know, trying to get to that next level of where the actual like superstars. They just want to be, oh, you join 2K League, you make this like, if you want to say minimum salary kind of thing, whatever. They want to make these guys, you know, millionaires. I mean, that's the end all be all of it. They want to be just like an NBA player. Hey, you walk on the street. Hey, you're so and so. You play for, you know, I don't know, Knicks Gaming, something like that. You know what I mean? They want to be noticed on the street, and I feel like that's what it's kind of getting to. And like, even if you're not in the 2K League, that's what, you know, us as E&G want to do. It's like, hey, you walk down the street, kids on Twitter, whatever, they notice you, they, you know, like, or whatever. It's I don't know, it's a fine line of trying to get your name out there, and the two communities I feel like it's going in the right direction of some of the people that have heads of it, but I feel like it's still a little buddy out there, if you know what I'm saying. It's a little buddy system of getting your name out there, because you could have a diamond in the rough, and just because he doesn't play for a good team, or just because he hasn't won any tournaments, or he hasn't won any leagues and stuff like that, it's tough. And so us as an org, we're trying to push it in that direction of, you know, for guys to get their name out there easier, if you want to say, in the 2K community. But I like the direction it's going in. I feel it's great. Like this year for the whole 2K League and everything like that, how they did the whole, you know, combine series and all that stuff. I feel like this is the right step, you know, of getting the best of the best in the league.
Yeah, I feel the same way, bro. I feel the same way. So, man, one last question, man, and I'll
Yep.
get out your way, bro. So as far as this ENG as a whole, I heard you
Yep.
earlier that you said that you guys will potentially maybe get into Call of Duty.
Yep.
Is there any other games besides 2K and Call of Duty that you guys may be thinking about potentially getting into in the future?
As of right now, I mean, I gotta talk it over with, you know, Huncho and the guys, but like as of right now, nothing really. I mean, I mean, you know, we could get into, you know, down the road if they get into any big Apex things, you know, Smite kind of thing. I think feel like it's kind of going out there. I mean, there's plenty of games out there, but it's just something that we like. If someone has a passion for, and there's an actual, you know, kind of tournament league where they can get their name out there big, we want to help them get there. Because literally we don't ask anything from the guys. We don't ask for a dime. You know, me and Huncho have pay stuff out of our pockets for these guys to join these leagues, to play in these competitions, everything like that. So I mean, if there's an avenue for other games and guys are really interested in it, we'll help them. We'll help them get into these leagues if there's leagues for it. If they just want to put content out, we'll help them get content out. It's just they literally have to earn it themselves. They got to get out there and they got to, you know, once they get into ENG, they got to, you know, stay on top of it. We'll try to help them out as much as possible and stay on top of it for them. But, you know, it's really about the individual hustle and how they really feel of if they think they can make it or not in the gaming world, because it's hard. I feel like it's super hard. Like you can't just, you know, one day they're on Twitch, you're Ninja getting 250,000 viewers and stuff like that. You got to really grind at it. So I mean, if there's any games out there that guys are interested in, like I said, we're there to back them 100%.
Right on, man. And I'll say like one final little statement. Like I tell people all the time, bro, like anything that you want to achieve, like it's always millions of people that want to do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So you have to ask yourself, you know, what can I do different? How hungry am I? Do I want enough? You know, and it does take a real grind, man. But I will say, man, like you're definitely probably one of the most humble guys I've talked to so far, man. So I really
I
appreciate
appreciate it.
your time, yeah, man, and let me talk to you real quick. So everybody, man, here in the podcast in at ENG2K is the Twitter, man. Definitely follow these guys. They got some big things going on. But that's all from me, man. Take it away, Matt.
What's up, Joe?
What's up, Matt?
All right.
Come on, man, hit me up with some questions.
I'm thinking here because with me personally being in ENG and me being a recruiter, and I had this conversation with Rob today. When we look for people in ENG,
Yep.
there's like a guideline. Like we're not going to just reach out to you and expect people to be like subpar. Like we're not looking for people that haven't won anything and aren't doing anything. Like it's not like we the strict guidelines of recruiting under you and Hanch is these people have to be putting on at this moment and wanting
Well,
to
I
make
mean,
themselves better, right? Like it's not just like go and
it's
get a
not
guy.
that they have to. It's not that they have to literally have won anything or we have guys in that have won nothing. You know what I mean? We have guys in Egypt that have won nothing, but they have been literally day ones. You know what I mean? But they're trying. They're trying to get in that right spot. Like they're trying their hardest to make themselves a better player. They might be a good individual. They just can't get on these teams. You know what I mean? That's why
That's
going back to
what I mean.
what. Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's just going back to what Tay said. It's just that's why I said the buddy system. It's still buddy. Like these top ranked players don't want to play with a guy that's good individually because they haven't played with a good team. You know what I mean? Like there are guys in there, in ENG that have literally just taken off. Like I'm gonna say Benzo at one point. No one wanted to play with Benzo before. Now, Benzo literally had to play with randoms. You know what I mean? He worked on his game. He finally got a shot, and that kid is just dogging people out. You know what I mean? He's part of people don't even realize he's part of ENG, and he beat ENG the other night. You know what I mean? Playing with playing with Killy over on Perceive Reality. You know what I mean? He went out there, ENG beat him the first time, and he went back out and beat them and literally just went absolutely ape shit. You know what I mean? Like you gotta have guys that are hungry like that. And he's a young kid. And I feel that hunger right there, that kid, he's gonna show out. And that's something that we look for. I reached out to Benzo. I literally on the timeline and said, what about joining ENG? Because I see the hunger in the kid, and that's what we're looking for. Not that you're winning stuff and you're just the greatest player out there. If you're hungry enough, we'll reach out to you because we're showing out that you're on the timeline, you're active, you want to get better, you're not toxic, you have the mature mindset. I know Benzo can be a little mature, but I mean he's young. But in overall, if we can help him when it gets close to his time of going to the 2K League or going to whatever it is he wants to do in life, we're going to be there to help him out because the kid has the mindset of he wants to be something big.
Got it. I got two questions, and then I'll let you go. Unless you want to sit in real quick when we talk about this toxic holding a pro-am clan.
Oh, I'm here all through the podcast, buddy.
All right. So I'll hit you with these two questions, and then we'll start getting into this conversation about Toxic holding a clan pro-am tournament this weekend. And then
right.
if Rob, if you have anything you want to throw out, just throw out real quick. What made you? So when you talk about people giving chances, you personally gave me a chance. I was somebody that would be in your DMs every single day, like, Joe, let me play. And you wouldn't, and you eventually, gave in. And now, like, I've said to Tay and I've said it in the timeline and I say it all the time. You are like a brother figure to me now.
Yep.
Like, what makes you give people chances like that?
I just see, like, I give the benefit of the doubt to people. I really when I'm recruiting somebody, like, people don't know this about me. When I really break down someone, I don't break down someone just for their video game abilities. I don't break down them for, what they could do for ENG. Like that's all kitty. I'm sorry to say, clan stuff. Like I'm not gonna lie, that I'm keeping 100. It's just that's kitty shit. Like, I break down the person as a whole, your gaming, your attitude, your mindset kind of thing. Like sometimes, you would be all over the place. I have to reel you back in. But I still saw, behind that, you wanted to do something. And if you just stayed focused on it, like with this podcast thing, like you're staying focused on it, you're gonna do it. You're gonna do it, at 1,000% and do as much as you can. So, it's just like, I was just like, I talked it over with Huncho and everything. I was like, let's bring let's bring, back then White Daddy Shaq, Pork Chop, whatever you want to call yourself. Let's bring him on. I feel like he can do something. He can help us out. He can, he likes to talk. He can talk. Like, obviously you have a podcast. And I mean, let's give him a shot. Let's let him play. If not, we'll bring him down a different avenue kind of thing. So I just felt like there's something like about you that attracts people. Because you can talk, like you have a if you want to say a radio voice, you know what I mean? Like I feel like you could do big things in this more than the gaming community, because this is more your avenue. You're more of, I feel like myself, like especially when you went off to Lab Rats, you're more of a coach, GM kind of person and a talk show host kind of person than more of a gaming person. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, and then I try to give the right, direction towards people, and if they take it, they take it. If they don't, they don't. If they want to stick to something that they're not good at, go ahead, see how it plays out. I'm just giving you advice, and if you take it, you do. If you don't, you don't.
Man, now I forgot my second question. You threw me off with the answer, and it just blew my mind. Oh, that's what it was. All right, so somebody like you,
Yep.
Who's been in the community, who has accolades, who, in the beginning of, what was it, 2K20, you led
Yep.
WR pre-draft in points per game. And
Yep.
like, what makes you not want to try for the league?
Honestly, I'm in a different avenue in my life where I can't do that. Especially, I mean, I'm old. I know they have old heads in the league and everything like that, but I don't feel like I'm up to par at that level. That's a totally different level. When you watch this league, everyone's like, "Oh, I could play in the league. I could do this. I could do that." It's if when you play against these guys in retail, it's totally different. Anybody can win in retail. Like literally, I've won against JVM. I've won against Chaos. I won against all those guys. That means nothing. It's retail. But when you see these guys play in league, it's a totally different level, and that takes another level of skill. I mean, the guys that we have 16 guys in ENG, and those guys have the skill set to play in the league. And that's just totally, like you have your tier 1, 2, 3. The guys that are in the draft, there shouldn't be tiers. Those guys are just all the guys that are in the draft pool are just pure elite. They're the best of the best in the world. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be some snubs in the draft and stuff like that. But like my game set is I don't feel like it's at that notch. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I'm tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. You can call me a random if you want. I just like to play the game. I like to win and stuff like that. But like my mindset, I'm not gonna lie, I have a good job. So like me going to the league, it would be great. You know what I mean? It would be great for the brand. But it's just it's not on my mind right now. I just want to focus on helping people, which I think I'm better at. And directing people of what they want to do in life. It's not, like I said, it's not just the gaming world. Like we have a lot of connections at ENG outside of gaming, and if people want to take advantage of that, they can always reach me in my DMs. I don't care who it is or whatever. If you're ENG or not, I'm there to help whoever really wants to, look for something to help put food on the table for their family.
All right. Rob, you have any questions real quick before we switch over to this Pro-Am Clan tournament?
I mean, more of a comment than question, man. I just from this interview, like the culture y'all are trying to make in ENG and what you guys are about, that's next level stuff for the gaming community. And what y'all are gonna do, if you can see your vision forward, is gonna be unreal for the gaming community as a whole, especially 2K. It's just like really cool to see what y'all are doing, and that you guys are more about the people than the profit. Like that's just awesome to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah, man. We don't take any profit whatsoever. We don't take a dime. we take nothing. We just want loyalty. We just want respect, and that's it. That we just want everyone to know that we are not one of these clans, organizations, or whatever you want to call it, out here for a money grab. We are literally here just to help people that want to succeed in life.
All right, let's switch over to this Pro-Am tournament.
Yeah, I want to hear about this whole
right.
this whole tournament Toxic's thrown together.
Why
we weren't invited? Did we had to put our name in the hat? What was it?
Oh man! All right, so it says Toxic tweeted today at 3:00. 8 Clan Pro-Am tournament, $1,000 will be going down this Saturday. I will be hosting and streaming the event. More details coming soon.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do a little bit of digging, trying to see where Toxic and Eyeball were going with this, pro-am tournament. Because if you're hosting a pro-am tournament, wouldn't you, for clan members, would you consider Eyeball a clan? Because I consider them more of an
I
organization like ENG.
I consider them a legit org.
Yeah, so
A
like,
legit. Those guys are legit. Toxic has built that thing up from the ground up, and they're a legit org.
so
I agree.
from the teams I'm seeing right now, it's 3, 6. All right, so now I see why you weren't invited, because you're going to be the only organization that would actually, give Eyeball a run for the money. It's Eyeball, 4L, Top 5, Too Cold, VE, FT, RH, not sure what that is, and WST, who just lost to VE on Saturday for $1,000
Well,
wager. And
well, hold on. I feel like 4L, they have great players,
and Top 5.
and Top 5 has great players. So they're gonna give Eyeball a run for their money, no matter what.
I'm not taking anything away from them two, but what I'm saying is, ENG would be neck and neck with Eyeball when it comes
No,
to
yeah, I
players.
mean we have a lot of guys because they want to represent their clan. So they
Yeah.
I guess they consider Top 5 their clan. They consider 4L their clan, so they want to represent that. I mean, we have a lot of those guys that are in Top 5 and 4L in ENG.
And then when you look at after Top 5, it's Too Cold, and then I mean I guess it's a fall off. I think like Too Cold is like, so you got Eyeball, 4L,
I
Top
don't.
5.
I'm
That
not.
right there.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, Matt. I think Too Cold's gonna get washed.
But when you look at Too Cold, all right. So take out Eyeball, 4L, and Top 5, because they're the top 3 in this tournament.
Yep.
There's no questions. When you look at Too Cold, VE, um, FT, WST, and whatever RH stands for, isn't Too Cold the best one out of them 5?
FT's pretty tough.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel like FT is that tough. I feel like
Well,
FT has become tougher, if you want to say, after the recruiting they did. I mean, they picked up rappers. They picked up, they picked up Goose. They picked up who else? They picked up Brute. They picked up I think Rab. I think Rab just joined. I don't know if he was part of it before. They picked up NATO. Like, I feel like after their recruiting, but if they stay with before that recruiting, they would have no. I'm not, no disrespect to them. I was in FT before, and stuff like that, but I just feel like they would have no shot.
I mean, they also just recently signed, it was in the 2 weeks, Sniper, who was arguably the MVP of that series last week against VE.
Oh, shot by Sniper? Yeah, shot by Sniper. He's he hasn't impressed me yet. He's got to get some dribble moves. After Sniper gets some dribble moves, then I've said this. I've said this to my boy Cooks. If Sniper gets some dribble moves, he will be a legit dog. His defense is on point. I mean, his dexing is crazy. When he gets the ball, don't expect him to break down his man. I mean, he'll left right you to death like the old Bear the Beast, but other than that, the boy's dead in the water.
We're definitely looking forward to setting up that interview with Sniper, hopefully over the weekend. I know that our timelines are conflicting right now, but Sniper will eventually be on the show at some point over the weekend. But this tournament, I mean, do you even know who RH is?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't.
Tay, do you know who RH is?
I have to research that, bro. I have no clue.
I don't even know how to find them. Like,
maybe it's just one of those clans that's just trying to make a name for themselves. Just put
Hey,
their name in the hat.
I feel it. If they can come out here and they can put on a show and take down some teams, that would be great for them. That would be absolutely great.
I will say this though, it looked like not too long ago, Toxics put up another tweet saying they're extending it to more than 8 clans. So any other clans that want to compete and prove themselves, DM me ASAP. So it may be more than 8 clans.
I might have to hit up Toxic and see what's going on with that and put some of our boys in there.
Wonder if can we get the Prestige lineup in there?
Prestige lineup? Well, the Prestige lineup actually, Orion and Faker play for top 5 in that, so you won't be able to get the Prestige lineup in there.
And Dietrich might be playing for 4L.
He might, I believe he is playing for 4L. So we're gonna let those guys do their own thing for their own original brands and let them shine over there. But we'll be shouting them out definitely.
But All right, so what we're looking at is Saturday. Tay's coming back. We're going to be talking some NBA. Kyle Lowry possibly to Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You feel
interesting.
like do you feel like that's going to be a good trade for them?
I
That's going to
actually
be a
do. I do.
put them over the top.
I think that is an over the top move.
I know you're a Philly guy, but don't be biased.
All right, so I think there's a layer to it. If they could get Kyle Lowry and then re bring back JJ Redick or trade for PJ Tucker,
Mm.
I think that team automatically becomes the favorite in the East because of their defense. Brooklyn doesn't have defense,
Yep.
and if you're going to give Philly defense and a team that can't stop Joel Embiid, I'm taking the Sixers in a 7-game series.
Mm.
But
Ooh.
it depends on the moves.
Yeah.
It really depends on the moves, and it
You can
also
tell this New Jersey guy is all about Philly when he says that.
but no, seriously, like Joel Embiid's playing at a different level right now. So if you get this Joel Embiid in the playoffs, I mean, Joel Embiid's doing something that we saw Shaq do. So if he's going to dominate like this against a team that's running KD at center, there's no question that I feel like Philadelphia can beat them. And bringing
Yeah.
in a defensive-minded player like Kyle Lowry and PJ Tucker possibly, you're getting two guys that can shoot from three. That's going to spread the floor for Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and two guys that are
Yeah.
going to be able to take away James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and Durant, because you're going to have 5 guys on the court that are going to be able to change at all times.
All right, I'm gonna go on a limb here. I think they should get rid of Ben Simmons.
I do too.
Oh gosh, why?
I think they should get rid of Ben. That boy cannot shoot. I could give him. I'll bet $1 million. He can't hit 3 threes in a row in a game.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Like I'll give it right there. I'll give him my house saying he can't do that.
It does depend on what you will get back for Ben Simmons, because I mean he does bring a lot of stuff to the table, other than the shooting, but shooting is very essential. Especially
he's a total mismatch. If they put him at strict point guard and Embiid in the middle, and they put shooters all around those guys, game over. That's how I feel. Like I don't know how they built their team, whatever, but it's just I don't know what mindset the front office is going in, but that's what they need.
Yeah,
they need strict shooters, strict spot ups.
His defense is second to none too.
You're starting to see that with Morey. He came in. He was the old GM in Houston, and he's done a really good job this offseason bringing in guys that can shoot. And
absolutely,
Tobias Harris is playing at a different level. And you guys are mentioning Ben Simmons' defense. That's one thing that makes me not want to trade Ben Simmons, because earlier in the year there was a lot of talks about Ben Simmons getting traded for Bradley Beal. Now, I would love to have Bradley Beal to go with Joel Embiid. I did a podcast, one of my first podcasts, talking about if you were able to get James Harden for Ben Simmons and draft picks, you're talking about a possible, a miniature Shaq and Kobe. Like, you're talking about Harden giving you almost 40 a night, and then Embiid's giving them 32, and he just went on a 13-game streak where he was 25 plus. And
I get it though. I get it, the whole Shaq and Kobe thing, but you're looking at it's a different shot percentage in Harden and Kobe. You know what I mean? Like it's you're gonna get 40 points out of 60 shots, 70 shots with Harden. You know what I mean?
That's the only difference.
James Harden scores a third of his points at the free throw line from flopping.
Not since he's been with the Nets though.
I'm sorry, I'm a James Harden hater. I hate the way that dude plays basketball.
Listen, I don't like the NBA now either. I didn't like the NBA after when it hit like 2003. I started to dislike the NBA a lot.
I feel the same.
And it changed, like the whole, like you can't hand check, like you can't touch the dude.
Yep.
It's an offensive minded game because that's what sells tickets. You know what I mean? So
the
more flopping, the more dunks, the more highlight plays. That's what's going to bring in. That's this whole NBA Top Shot thing. That's where it came in. Highlight plays. Where the highlight plays at? We're going to sell cards for highlight plays. Like it's not about legit basketball anymore. It's just about let's get these people in the seats, especially with pandemic. Let's sell these tickets however we can. Let's keep the money rolling in. That's it. It's all it's about.
But it's not just the NBA. The NFL made rule changes to make more offense.
Absolutely.
The MLB juiced their baseballs because they can't juice their players anymore because they needed home runs to get ratings back.
Mm-hmm.
It's what people want to see. They want the excitement.
That's all it's about. that's any league that you see. That's anything from gaming to professional real life sports. It's about it's offense will get you views and will sell you tickets and make you money.
100%. Because in today we live in that instant gratification world.
Yes.
And that's what people want. They need entertainment. That's why baseball's hurting.
Yep.
Because the game moves slow. And
yeah, I played baseball when I was like 12 years old, and then I saw how slow it was. I was like, this is not for me.
I was the same way with playing it, but I loved watching it growing up, but it seems like the games just get longer and longer, and they gotta find a way to speed the game up, or they're gonna continue to hurt in the ratings. And it's it's not something like when you go to the ballpark, it's a different story. You're in it when you're there, but to try and watch it on TV anymore, it's like it's the channel flicker. It's like, oh, let me check the score of the baseball game until it's playoff time.
That's the same thing. Like the NFL season, I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a big Philadelphia Eagles fan. I literally didn't just NFL in general. I didn't watch the NFL until Super Bowl. That's it. Like other than that, it's a different atmosphere, especially this pandemic. It's different. There's no fans there. It's not the same hype. It's not the same energy. It's boring. And like you said, it's an instant gratification. It's an offensive minded sporting, kind of thing now. It's just like defense does not matter. And what is the mantra? What is the saying that everyone says? Defense wins you championships, but you can't do it anymore. You can't play defense the way you want to play defense because of these ticky-tack rules that they put in there.
It's amazing now that a good defense in the NFL is considered holding a team. If your team can hold your
We are having a quick technical difficulty. I just lost everyone, so give me 1 second.
we just got fucking booted for the 3 minute shit. I fucking completely forgot about that, bro. Were we live? Are we live right now?
All right, yeah. So what sucks is, so we're gonna have to eventually switch from Zoom because Zoom only allows you to run 40 minutes with more than 3 people. So we just had to take a quick second and come back and get everybody back into the stream. We're just waiting on Tay.
I like this. I should be on the show more.
I was gonna say, so right now I'm not actually recording for the podcast. I'm just streaming. Once Tate comes back in and we start getting back on topic to where we were, I'm gonna start re-recording and start playing with some stuff. I was gonna say on Saturday when we have a conversation with Tay and we talk about NBA, you're more than welcome to come on.
I'll be on anytime you want me, my man.
So let me just
let
me start recording real quick. All right, so we were talking about, Joe, you were mentioning about the football doesn't, play defense the way.
It's just any sport. It's just you can't play defense in any sport like you want to before. Like NBA, you can't hand check anymore. You can't play up in the dude's face. I mean, if you blow the wrong way, in any sport, it's literally gonna be a flag thrown. It's gonna be a foul. It's gonna be, It's just anything. The refs are too much into the game now, where it's literally you have 6 to 8, players on the offensive side now. It's just ridiculous.
I agree, man. Can't lie there.
we've definitely had this conversation, Rob, and how we watch football and we get pissed off that the officials are making a difference in the game instead of just the players.
Yep.
Like the whole Super Bowl, like there was no way the Chiefs were going to beat Tom Brady. That's all it was. It's Tom Brady. You're out there playing against Tom Brady. You're not going to beat him. The man's resume speaks for itself. But the referees are too much involved in that game. You know what I mean? It's
I would have
just
liked to see him play a little more.
yeah, of
Me and
course.
Matt
Like
had this
just let him play the Super
conversation.
Bowl. Just let
It was-
him hit. Helmet to helmet, whatever. Hey, they're out there
Whoa!
making $100. If you can't get hit helmet to helmet for $1 million some odd bucks, what you've been playing for your whole entire life, you shouldn't be on the field. That's what it comes with. Dudes used to play with concussions. Dudes used to take, all kinds of, meds to get back on the field. You got to do it. I mean, it's literally, just let them go out there and just be behemoths and just smash each other. Just let them play.
It's funny though, because so I was always a guy who loved watching football for defense and big hits, but like you can hit big the right way. Later in life, I've gotten into rugby. I played it and I watch it. They hit hard. There's brutally hard hits in rugby.
No pads.
No pads. Rugby is also worldwide
Yes.
the lowest percentage rate of injuries per any sport.
I just had a friend go pro in rugby overseas. A pro in rugby overseas. And he said, he literally told me, he was like, the way other sports are played is it's literally ticky-tack. It's literally just the stardom, the star boy kind of thing. It's just, you get in a team and you go play, whatever. They those guys play their hearts out. I'm not taking anything away from those guys. They play their hearts out. They work out, they train, they whatever. But when it comes to when they get on the field, it's like whoever is the most known player, it's in any sport, most known player will get those calls. Like everyone should be on the same playing field. It's like it doesn't matter what your name is, what your so-called tier is in the league that you're playing in. Everyone should be treated the same. You should get the same calls from the referees. And that's not how it is.
Yeah. It's gotten more and more like that in every sport. It's unfortunate. And it's like these refs want to almost like make the game about them when it shouldn't be. And
yeah, they want to dictate how the game ends.
It's across the board. But it plays back to stuff too with like, they keep adding more and more replay and stuff like that. Well, if you just refs make a call and let it stand.
Yeah, what like literally, I haven't even been like into them. Like they just added in an extra replay like a year or two ago.
Yeah, I believe so.
Like that's like for what? It slows the game down.
Well, that's like the NBA. Look at the NBA. Yeah. Now you got the NBA now has challenges.
Yes. What is that? What are you challenging?
Like you could challenge. Yep. I was watching a game over the last weekend, and one of the guys had 4 fouls.
God bless.
And one of the guys had 4 fouls, and the coach was like, "All right, I'm throwing a challenge. Like, I don't want him to get a spit foul." Like, dude, I played basketball since I was 5 years old. I'm 27 years old. I don't remember ever.
We know you weren't getting good at it. So
I mean, hey. So I didn't have that luxury. I found out of games. Like it wasn't like my coach could be like, "Can we go and rewind that? Make sure that he didn't have a foul there."
Yep.
Like it's just crazy what they're doing to these sports.
And it's still that way at the developmental ages.
Look at baseball. Oh, yeah. Baseball has
Absolutely.
it now too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the one that it irks me the most in. How do you need replay in baseball?
Why do you need the only thing that you need replay in?
You need a replay.
Only thing you need replay in, I feel like, is football. That's it. Cross the goal line or not. That's it. I mean, maybe a hit, this and that, but any other sport, because football, I feel like is fast paced. It's really fast paced, and they can't catch it on the spot sometimes. So they do need that replay. But any other sport, NBA, there's no damn reason you should have replay in the NBA. It's legit. It's literally not that fast. It's literally pick and roll, maybe a triangle, that's and that, a motion offense and this and that. But like to have replay for what? You didn't know if it was a 3 or not. If you put up a 3 sign, it's a 3. That's it.
Yeah, it's not that fast paced. Like, I don't mind it in football, but I think it needs to be streamlined. Like,
Yep.
these challenge plays and reviewed plays take so long when we look at 3 replays that the broadcast network shows us, and everybody in America can go, oh, yep, that's a catch. Why does it take 5 minutes for a trained referee to go under a hood and go, oh, that's a catch?
Exactly. Like I had friends.
Streamlined, that
I had a couple friends that played in the league, the NBA, right? And one played for the Florida Gators. One played under Kyrie Irving when he was at Duke, right? And then he says they the older brother, they were both brothers. They're both brothers. And the older brother that played at Florida, when they won the college NCAA tournament, he went to the NBA. He got drafted by the Chicago Bulls. Okay. He says the change from when he was, he's not that much younger than me. He's you know what I mean? He's probably about 30 right now. And he says the change from the NBA and the rules and how they play is just ridiculous. So right now he's playing for the Poland international team. He got drafted by the Bulls, got traded to the Utah Jazz, and he got traded again. He played, I believe, for the Spurs G League. And he says the rule changes are just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you can't, like, the amount of stuff that you can't do anymore is just crazy.
Yeah.
Especially that international ball is different. Like, you can literally goaltend over there, stuff like that. That's been around forever. You know what I mean? But just the defensive wise, you cannot literally look at the guy wrong. If the guy has a big name, they're gonna call foul on you. It's sick.
We're starting to veer off topic. I think Jelly's gonna be a more common guest on the show. I think I've definitely enjoyed having him on. Tay seems like he enjoyed having him on, and him and Robert having a conversation that's pretty interesting. So, I'm gonna call this a show. Like I said, Saturday, I'll have Tay back. We're gonna be talking some NBA finally.
Yes,
I think we're gonna start switching over to Discord so we don't have technical difficulties again.
Yep.
Zoom is just terrible. Jelly, like I said, you're more than welcome to come on Saturday and have have a conversation with us about whatever we end up talking about NBA wise. I know, Tay, you said Perp is possibly next week.
Yeah, man, we're actually talking now, man. Yep. We'll try to get him out here next Thursday for a 2K topic. I got a pretty good one that I want to put out there. So yeah, hopefully we can get Perp on next Thursday.
All right, so we'll have looks like Big Brother Perp on Thursday of next week. I'm probably also going to be trying to steal Tay at least 2 more times from Saturday before Thursday. Everyone that is in the NBA or in the 2K community knows Lab, the owner of the Lab Rats. He's going to be coming on. We're going to be talking Miami Dolphins, but there's no way you don't have a conversation about 2K with him. And then Sniper, MVP of the series last week in the FTVE wager, will eventually be on. It's just a matter of if we could get a time period worked out. And then possibly next week as well, SSWI Game Nation coming on. So, I mean,
nice.
We're gonna be touching on some stuff over the next week. I know we haven't been putting out much content besides today. Rob and I have been working on 2 bigger projects. We are in the process of ripping apart the top 6 to 8 quarterbacks in this draft, giving them a ceiling and a basement, pinpointing stuff that's going to make them stand out in the NFL. If any of the guys on the coaching staffs they might be going to can benefit them or hurt them. And then I'm also working on a project, how much of a dumpster fire the Philadelphia Eagles are and what they should be doing and who they should be trading to make some cap, be able to eventually turn into a good team again, hopefully, and hope Howie Roseman can actually hit on some of these draft picks. But for now, I know Jelly said I need a better catchphrase. I'm not gonna do pork chop sizzling
Come on,
out.
you gotta do it. I gotta hear it. Gotta hear
What was the actual catchphrase?
it. I can't remember, man. But you need that catchphrase. You need that catchphrase.
All right, so Tay, Rob, as always, thanks guys for coming on the show. Joe, happy birthday! Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you. Can I just give a quick shout out, and then I just want to say some things. Promote ENG. You guys go check out ENG2K on Twitter at ENG2K. You know what I mean? We just dropped some merchandise. We just dropped our baseline of the the blue and black, and also too we just dropped the red, black, and white also too. Check us out. We're on 3 Zone Apparel. You guys we have some very, 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 very nice merchandise over there. So go grab some merchandise.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Podcast out.